Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a pretty short one. I'm just going to play some games with a couple decks I've been working on. Well, one deck I've been working on specifically. Yeah, I've just felt a sudden burst of inspiration for building silly decks and cards. So I figured I would share that with you. So this is Gorkyu's deck, his Japan-Soviet combo deck that he used to win in the December OCC. So you might recognize it from there. We're not going to be playing this, but basically the idea is you draw through your deck as quickly as possible, and then you play Kawanishi, which makes all your orders deal 2 more damage, and then you play Isolation on your Kawanishi, which removes Kawanishi from the board. It cannot be killed by your opponent. And then on the next turn, your Kawanishi comes in for free. You have 12 credits, and then you start killing your opponent with Kamikazes, which are the 1 cost order, deal 1 damage, draw a card. With Kawanishi, it's deal 3 damage, draw a card. You get 8 of them off Last Rites, 4 off of Kika. So you're dealing a ton of damage, basically. Um, so that's sort of the concept of the deck. And yeah, this is a deck that I actually built. I don't know if Gorkyu remembers me building that or he built this deck independently, but I built a very similar deck to this a while ago. It was a ton of fun. But today, I'm going to be playing a British ally version of this. Now, the reason I'm picking British ally, a couple of reasons. One, you just have cards like Convoy, where you don't have to run sort of subpar janky draw, because neither Japan nor Soviets have great draw. So you have to run a lot of weird stuff like Winter Warfares to combo off your scouting parties and recons. You have to run By the Sword and Workers Unite. Whereas with Britain, it's much cleaner. You can just run Convoy. I'm still running the AoE package just because I think that it is more important than just, like, you can't just draw through your entire deck by turn 10 and then hope to win because you're going to die. And you don't get access to Scorched without Soviets. However, what you do get access to is Fortification, National Fire Service, so these are some wonderful stall cards. And Naval Operation has a little bit of synergy with Type 94, and Type 94 has synergy with Dina, which is more drawn to the deck. And you might be wondering what this card is. Now, this is a card which I've theory crafted with a lot throughout the years since this came out. It is Double Strength. Shuffle a copy of a random order in your hand into your deck. Now, there's a couple of ways to use this card. If you have 2 of these cards, it will, and it is the only order in your hand, it will shuffle itself into your deck. And then you draw the next Double Strength. So basically you stop Fatigue infinitely if you have 2 Double Strengths and no other orders. Now, it doesn't do anything other than stop Fatigue, and stopping Fatigue is not that great unless you have a combo, and combos require orders, so that's not the point of the deck. It's a fun little thing you can do, but it's not really going to accomplish much. So that's why we only run 1. However, there's a pretty good order that you can duplicate. If you can get 2 Last Rites, that's 16 Kamikazes. That's also 16 turns of not drawing into Fatigue if that's your win condition, although with this deck that's not really the point. The point is, of course, to burn your opponent down. Now, you might be thinking, well, it's kind of impossible to just isolate Last Rites, especially if you're running Isolation. However, if you duplicate Isolation, that's perfectly fine because it means you get 3 turns of Kawanishi on the board. The first turn, you spend 7 credits to get Kawanishi onto the board, so you kind of lose out. But yeah, you can do Kawanishi Isolation, and then like Tora Tora and a couple of Last Rites or Kamikazes, and then you Isolation again, and then the next turn you just play out the rest of your Kamikazes. So if it hits Isolation, you're good. If it hits Last Rites, you're good. And I think you can pretty easily isolate one of those 2 by the end of the game. There is some exceptions. Sometimes you just draw a lot off of like Key, and then you have convoys left over. Sometimes your opponent doesn't play any units, and you have surprise attacks left over. But hopefully that does not happen. We're just going to get straight into the games now. And yeah, this deck is a ton of fun. Alright, we got our first opponent, Existo. It's on Germany. Hopefully this is not discard. The last game I did before recording, like before starting the recording, was a German-Britain discard, and that was a long game. I won, but it was a very, very long game. Okay. Well, 100% win rate. I'll just pause the recording until we get into a new game. Alright, we are against a Soviet. There's no card draw in this hand, so I'm just gonna full mulligan. Okay, this is a pretty rough hand. I mean, if it's self-damage, we're not gonna give him targets. Oh boy. If he gets an early Blood Red Sky, then could just lose. Soviet Air has a very high roll potential. I think I'm just gonna play Fortification. Try to bait him into playing more units. Be slightly more credit efficient. If he just plays Blood Red Sky here and hits me for 4, we're kinda screwed. Okay. Okay, good. If he chose to play Blood Red Sky there, that would be even worse than Blood Red Sky attacking. Okay, let's just kill 3 units. Slam the key. Hopefully this can draw us a couple cards. Yeah, you really don't want to hit the double strength early. With decks like these, it's really hard to balance the amount of draw you need. Because some games you're just going to find all your draw, and you're going to have 9 cards, half of it is draw, and you're like a million cards, and you run out of your deck on like turn 7, and you're like, okay, maybe I have too much draw. And then with the exact same lineup, the next game, you could hit 0 draw and basically have a bricked hand until like turn 7. Okay. Well, we're gonna guard the key. Try greed out. I don't think I greed. And I definitely don't want to go face. Not that going face would be necessarily bad, it's... I want to win with the combo. I'm not playing this deck to, like, grind out the wins. I'm playing this deck for fun. Yeah, I also really do not want to hit the fortifications this early. Okay. If he trades and I draw a Siren. I'll just push up, we'll have time. Okay, Patliakov. Eshak. Would really like to find a Siren about right now. Okay, Convoy. Ooh. Yeah, if I can find it to the last man, it'll be fine, because it's not like I can't stall for several turns. National Fire Service for... Yeah, like, I can stall out a decent amount. Hopefully this will force him to trade. Give me another draw. Also, the reason I don't want Scouting Party in this deck is... I don't want my opponents to be able to force me to overdraw. I think that's another pretty big potential drawback of Gorky's deck, is it's really easy to overdraw. Do I Desperate or not? I don't think I'm going to play Desperate. Problem is I can't play Convoy. So yeah, we're just gonna get the fortification out of our hand, make some room. And yeah, like look at that, my hand went from pretty small to struggling to not overdraw real fast. Parade, that's fine. He's done a shockingly large amount of damage by this point already. Okay, I think I want to start with a convoy. Siran, not bad. Am I just gonna play the naval operation? Like, this guy does not appear to be running ground units. Hmm. Could also just play deadly duty on my own guy. That will definitely make me mill. I think I'm gonna play naval operation. Hold up National Fire Service next turn. Oh my god, this guy's like trying to get the largest blood red sky possible. The guy is so greedy. Or he just doesn't have it, that's possible, but if he does have blood red sky, this is the greediest man alive. Oh, he's so greedy. Oh my, and he's playing it into my turn 10. Like, what if I have to the last man? What if? Ugh. Oh, this is very awkward. So Dina doesn't actually draw because of the Petliakovs, which is a pretty big problem. Just gonna draw like this. Got to the last man. National Fire Service will block almost all the damage. So we are looking good. I don't necessarily need to play this out, but I will just because it really seems like this guy does not run any ground units. As soon as I do that, I'm going to like play to the last man. He's going to play KV. Okay, I guess he's thinking about, yeah, spending credits to move something up, make room, toss something else into the to the last man. It's a third Petliakov. And goodbye. I can't imagine he's gonna have any crazy burst combos. Not gonna hold up National Fire Service in case he just like Winter Warfare or something. Eshak. Eshak. Pass. Okay. Guess I'll just do this. Maybe I should have surprise attack first, and then I can double strength for 1 and 3 on these, although I don't think I want to double strength yet, because I want to hit my more card draw before I play that. Also, I still have 2 Type 94s in the deck. I think I have a couple convoys. Kawanishi, Shiden, oh boy. Kika. Okay. mean, like, I guess it... Do I just keep this in hand? I think I do. Okay, with both Empire Strikes gone, can't Partisans or Confusion this to attack face. I can't imagine he would want to play Winter Warfare. So I'm just gonna hold this up in case he plays Finest Hour and does some yak Finest Hour. Try to hit me for 5 or something. Okay. I could just go for the last rights now. I swear this guy's gonna like Confusion attack face or some nonsense. I'll play out the Siren. Because I can always do Kawanishi Isolation Desperate Measures. Oh, not in that order. Kawanishi Desperate Measures Isolation. If he builds a big board. Precision bombing. Alright. Now, I could go face and pin, but there's a decent chance he has second Partisans. So, I'm gonna hold that out. So this is being held up for sure. I think we're just going for the double strength. Double last rights. Let's go. Yeah. Let's just rip it. We're not gonna get the full combo. Like, we're going to win before we get the full combo off, and because we're so low, and he's running stuff like Partisans, we risk completely throwing the game if I try to wait for the perfect setup. Well, that's a really depressing win. Yeah, we'll do another, try to pull off the full combo. But, yeah, that's sort of the basics of how the deck works. This is hardly a refined list. Like, maybe I need slightly more draw, slightly less AoE. Maybe slightly more cycle. The National Fire Services are really good in certain situations, and kind of just get stuck in your hand in other situations. So, yeah, there's a lot to potentially do. I played against this guy recently. I think he's the discard. Hmm. I'll keep one of these. I think this guy's the German Britain discard. Like, I played against this guy earlier today. This is really not what you want to see. 'Cause problems, if your hand gets clogged up with these really expensive cards and your units, then when you start top decking convoys later into the game, you're gonna be drawing convoy with like an 8 or 9 card hand. Maybe I should have actually. Well, no, because I played Fort into a 61st, and he's still a credit off of a wolf pack. So this is probably gonna die to a Night Hunters. I'm going to expect. Single careless. All right. Pass. Well, that's actually kind of annoying. I guess I can Tora Deadly Duty. This draws me to 9. I can always just play out the last Tora if I don't. Yeah. This guy's probably going to be playing ground units, which makes the naval operations better than Taurus. Okay then. Spoke too soon. Could just like play out a Siren. It's a sacrifice. Like, do I really care if this dies? Not really at all. I could even play with the Shiden, because I'm probably not going to need to blitz with it. And that sets up Tora killing it. I think I am going to do this. Like, you could just annihilate it, but that means he's also still not attacking. And there's nothing in my hand right now that would be the end of the world to discard. So he probably stole my naval operation, statistically speaking, but it... Actually, no, I guess it could be a fort, could be convoy, could be naval operation, could be last rites. There's 4 naval operations, 3 convoys. Hmm. I just want to pass. Like, there's a good chance he has like a missing up or something. This guy runs a lot of countermeasures. So next turn we're probably looking at fortification convoy. Although that does potentially leave me unable to play. Well, if I play this key, there's like a 100% chance it dies. Hmm. Could just do key pass. Like, key watch this die. Really? Do I trigger? So I know it's Britain, so we can't have decisive defense. I do not care if I trigger Envelop whatsoever. Like, I don't care if this unit lives or dies, and I also will never need that countermeasure to be gone, but I'm also fine if it's stuck in his hand and he keeps spending credits using it. If it's entrapment, I can't imagine he's holding up entrapment to kill it 1-1. So we're just gonna pass. This is probably gonna die to annihilation. Schwalb. Fair enough. Okay. We can play Convoy now. Hmm. Do I hold up National Fire Service? Like, I can definitely take 7, but I also kind of want to get this out of my hand. I guess I have To the Last Man, so I don't necessarily need to set up for a Siren bombing raid. Could even just throw out the naval operation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold it up. I have the credits to do it now. Getting it out of my hand will make things easier in the future. There's a good chance he just attacks face for 7. If this is the same guy I played against last time, or if it's the deck that I think it is when I played against him last time, he has 2 Night Hunters and From the Deep, which will be really annoying. Okay, that's gonna mill 1 card. That's fine. That is fine. Could just delete Leopold with this. This is also like a decent To the Last Man. Like if he has a Tiger or a King Tiger or the Tiger 1E, that'll suck. But this is just a pretty good board. Although they're all really low health. Hmm. This is just a really clean turn though. I think I'm gonna do this. It's also safer because if everything else sort of requires a degree of setup, and I don't want to risk him playing like a wolf pack to discard bombing raid or something, and then suddenly I'm gonna have to play To the Last Man anyways on that board. So we have 3 convoys left in the deck. Pass. Okay. So let's nuke a recon. Sure. Um. There's a good chance he just clears this with a root out. Obviously if he hits recon, I'm gonna mill 1 card. Like there's a lot of good cards left in my deck, but okay, discard means I don't mill unless he somehow hits that twice. He could still have the naval operation. The fortification might have been from me actually. Now that I think about it. Oh, he's gonna be holding up the envelope again, isn't he? Or the missing. Hmm. I'm gonna bombing raid this first. Because this guy does run strangleholds. So I don't want to get blown out by doing a Type 94 into a stranglehold. Nothing. Alrighty. Probably want to be preserving units to toss out into countermeasures. From the Deep's gone, but he still has 2 9 hunters. That's really annoying. Okay. I mean, time to just pray that it's not Last Rites of Kawanishi. Shiden and Kika, I think, are fine. Yeah, that's also fine. I really don't want to drop double surprise attack into this because of the naval operation. But Leopold's gone. The Tigers can't be targeted anyways. I think it's time to drop them. I can even potentially move up. Because right now, nothing in my hand. I'm fine with everything in my hand being killed. Or potentially discarded. And I think the fear of being milled is... Like, it's much worse to be milled than have one of these discarded at the moment. And with National Fire Service at 34 health, I think I'm fine. Even if he does start tossing down large threats. Pass. Alright. Yeah, I'm fine drawing. A little. I swear this is when he plays the wolf pack and discards Kawanishi. Carpet. Hmm. Pass. I think I'm fine with this finally dying just to get the draw. Hmm. Reichsbank. Probably just gonna toss out a Siren next turn. Like, if he had a Comet, he'd be playing Comet, and it does give him an Annihilation target. Okay, Fort. That actually works better. I think there's a pretty good possibility he literally just passes here. Holds up 17 credits worth of countermeasures. In which case I might just play naval operation and pass. Um, with the Kika draw, I think I want to do Siren. Game is hard, dude. Okay, well, I currently can't play anything, um, which is neat. Yeah, for some reason it will not let me click on the bottom section of my screen. Oh my, if I mill last rights to this, holy crap, game. 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 Yeah, I can't. Okay, well, that's neat. It's fun and interesting. If I actually mill the last rights, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and I can move things again. So, activate the countermeasure, get rid of the timer. He knows I have a countermeasure now, but I'm perfectly fine with that. And, get just naval operation. Yeah, like I'm gonna naval operation at some point. So I might as well do it now while he has 9 cards in hand. Make a mill. Goodbye, Kriegsmarine. Hmm. Okay, root outs. Less important. Um, I could do Desperate Measures Convoy. Let's do Siren first. Could be Stranglehold. Night Hunters. Night Hunters and Stranglehold and Radar Alert. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So he has one more Destruction countermeasure, one more Stranglehold. Those are both fine. Another Fortification. Oh, that's gonna definitely be my last rights, right? Yeah, that's almost certainly my last rights. Um, hmm. There actually might be one more convoy in there. I do need to play this convoy to make room for double strength. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Um, hmm. Do I just toss out the Siren again? Okay, Night Hunter's both gone. I can take some fatigue. We'll start. Ah, oh, it's a naval operation. That's really annoying, actually. I'm just gonna pass. I could hold up National Fire Service. I'm gonna pass this turn there. Because next turn is gonna be Naval Operation Convoy to draw a bunch of fatigue. Then I'll do double strength last rights. Actually, double strength and potentially not last rights, because if I draw, okay. Time to fatigue. Out. Oh, I have to desperate as well. Desperate. Let's see what we get. Second isolation. That's really annoying. Do I just pass? Do I play the last rights? I don't think I can afford to play National Fire Service, because he still might have discard. I think I go for Kika Isolation next turn. Although it could die to entrapment. Might just do Kika National Fire Service next turn. Ah, second Stranglehold. Okay. Do we have enough to kill him? 12 times 3, 36. Yes. Yes, we do. Stranglehold on Kika's actually really good, because it means Kawanishi Isolation's guaranteed now, I believe. From the deep, double Night Hunters, double Stranglehold are gone. He goes face. Root out. Okay. I'm actually late for something else, because this game is taking so incredibly long. Okay, I think this is guaranteed to survive. Hello. Okay, my screen is black. I assume my isolation, my Kawanishi. Okay. Last rights. Because I'm going to need all 12 credits next turn. Okay, I'm getting deeply concerned that I'm not going to be able to. Okay, we're finally back on cards. Okay, so I'm going to take some fatigue. I think I should be alive, though. I think this should be game. I think I should take 5 and 6 fatigue. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Okay, moment of truth. 4 and 5 fatigue. And we don't even need the last one because it was on 33. And yeah, that's how the deck works. Link to the deck will be in the description, and YouTube things like share, subscribe, comment. Yeah, join my Discord, follow me on Twitch, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks you guys very much for watching. Goodbye.